Well, hello, everybody in the kindergarten class. Good morning to you. Listen, by now you probably got your math books. And what I want you to do is turn to page 227, which is the beginning of Unit 5, where we're going to review addition. Just opposite page 230 are your vocabulary words for Unit 5. Now, I'm sure you guys know these real well, but let's just go over them real quickly. The first one is add. And add means you take one number and you add it to another. You're adding numbers together. Is equal to 1 is equal to 1. They're the same. 2 is equal to 2. 3, yep, you're right, is equal to 3. See? When they're the same, when they have the same value, they are equal. It's also the symbol that you see in an addition problem. That's the equal sign. And that means it wants the total of those numbers that you have added together. And it will equal a new number. So there's two ways to think about equal. Numbers can be equal if they're the same, and it's the symbol used in math in all mathematical problems to show you the answer. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, let's just put our numbers up here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Those are all the numbers, and they all have a value except one of them. One of those numbers has no value at all. It's equal to nothing. And you know what that number is? 0. Zip, zilch, nada, nothing. 0 has no value. But if you take that 0 and put it next to a 1, then it tells you this number would be the next number in the number line. So we go from 9 to 10. And the same thing happens when we get into the 20s and the 30s and the 40s and so on. So we use the 0 as a place value. And the last thing in the vocabulary is, we know this is the equal sign. That sign is the sign for addition. When you see that, you know that you have to add those numbers together. So let's talk about addition. And actually there's some fun little activities in the book for you to do, and I hope you will take advantage of this opportunity to go ahead and do them on 228 and 229. On 228, they're showing you some examples, and down at the bottom is the description of what you're supposed to do. There's 3 problems on page 228. And you're supposed to, in the first two, count and tell how many. So what you have there is that as an example. And out of the, there's actually 5 blocks. Out of the 5 blocks, 2 of them have a red dot in them. And it asks you to add one more to it. So if you add one more to it, it should look like that, where 3 of those blocks have a dot in them. And it also wants you to write the number of cubes. Right now, there's 1, 2, 3. It wants you to write and practice writing your numbers. On 229, it gives you a real problem there. You got to count all these birds. And some of them are on the ground and some of them are flying. If you count the ones that are on the ground, go ahead and count them. How many did you count? That's right, 7. There are 7 birds on the ground. Now, how many are up in the air flying? Count them. Let me know. You say that a little louder? Oh, okay, 3. So, there's 7 on the ground, 3 in the air. If I put the plus sign in between those two, now I can tell you how many birds there are altogether. Now you can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Until you get a total. That's one way to do it. But if you get into great big numbers, you'll be counting all day long. It's much easier to just use addition. So we have 7, and we're going to add 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 7 plus 3. There's that equal sign. Don't forget that. Equals 10. Altogether, there are 10 birds. Now, if you don't believe me, go ahead and count them. See how many are on that page. I'll just bet you there are 10 of them. So let's look at this a different way. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 birds on the ground, and we have 3 birds in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same thing. We've got 7. And we're going to add 3 onto that 7. So we take the 3 and we add them on. Now all together we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty cool, huh? So 7 plus 3 equals 10. Now, if I added 2 more birds, let's get 2 more birds. Let's make these pretty yellow birds. Up here we have how many? That's right, 10. We have 10 of them here, so that one equals 10. This one equals 2. I want to know how many birds I have now. It's got to be more than 10 because I just added 2 more birds. So 10 There's our plus sign. Plus 2 equals 10, 11, 12. And we write 12 just like that. That's 10 plus 2 more. The 1 represents the 10, and the 2 represents the 2 more. What else can we do here? Let's see what else we got in this here chapter. Oh, you got some fun games. There's a bingo game you can play. And you can draw a picture and do some writing there. And then you have some exercises where you get to solve some problems. Now, you're probably going to need just a little bit of help from your parents, because in order to do this work on pages, oh geez, how far does this go? Well, there's lesson 5.1. Let's just do lesson 5.1. Don't want to do too much. Where you're adding numbers together. When you're adding one number to another number. And that will take you all the way through page 236. So page 231 to 236. Okay, that's 5 pages. And what I'll do is on page 231, I'm going to do that problem for you. Actually, it's already done for you. It's just showing you how to do it. So you listen to the addition word problem. Then you trace the number to show how many children are on the swings, and trace the number that shows how many children are being added to the group. And then you trace the number that shows how many children are there now. So if you look at the picture on page 231, you see there are 2 people, 2 children on the swings, and there's 1 more little girl coming over. So 2 plus 1, or 2 and 1. So let's go. There's the 2. There's the 1. 2 and 1 equals 1, 2, 3. So this will equal 3. And then you practice writing those numbers in the space that they provide for you. Now, I just want to remind you, there's nothing at all fishy about addition. Work hard, practice your skills, and we'll see you again tomorrow while we continue exploring the amazing world of addition. You take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay out of trouble, help out around the house, and be kind to everyone.